One thing I think is so important is to study history, to know where we came from and to learn valuable lessons from it. And I am standing here with a man today, Bobby Joe Seals, who is a complete treasure to this area. He knows all about the history of Alabaster, and he's going to tell us a little bit about that today. Thank you so much for being with us. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here.
Tell us about your family and how long you've been in Alabaster.
My family and I have lived here in Alabaster all of our lives. My wife had lived here in Alabaster all of her life, and our two children, and she and I graduated from Thompson High School. As a matter of fact, my ancestors settled here before Shelby County became a county in 1818 as part of the Alabama Territory. My roots run deep, as you can see here.
Yes, they do, and we are so fortunate to have you and your family here and to have your wealth of knowledge. And when did you first become interested in preserving history?
Well, I began to do my family research, and I saw the importance of how history played a factor in genealogy. So I began to do more local research, and with my 16 years as president of the Shelby County Historical Society and as director of the Shelby County Museum and Archives, I realized more the importance of history. Once history is lost, it can never be recovered. As I have always said, history never written is soon forgotten.
Well, speaking of written, you've just completed a book that'll be out soon. Tell us about that.
Well, Alabama will be 200 years old in 2019. As a matter of fact, Shelby County will be 200 years old in 2018. As ambassador of the Alabama Bicentennial, and in recognition, I decided to publish a book. It is called Alabaster and Siluria, A Pictorial History, the Early Years. This is a sample of the book, and we did this book on Shelby County in 2006. It will be a hardbound coffee table style, 128 pages with over 200 pictures.
And you can pre-order those now, correct?
Yes, you can pre-order now at the website that is available at the bottom of the screen.
Tell us about Alabaster. When was Alabaster first established?
Well, in 1925, the first store was built in Alabaster. Alabaster incorporated in 1953. Now, Siluria is older than Alabaster, but Siluria did not incorporate until 1954. But that incorporation didn't last until 1971 when they merged with the city of Alabaster.
Now, tell us the most interesting fact about Alabaster.
Well, probably the most important fact about Alabaster is the hospital facilities that was built, and they had the dedication in 1959. They had over 1,700 people in attendance.
Wow, that's interesting, and it's still going strong too.
Yes.
Well, tell us also, are there any strange stories or weird, funny stories about Alabaster you can think of?
Well, not necessarily strange or weird, but something unusual. Have you ever wondered why all the stores are on one side of the street?
Oh, I haven't ever thought about that.
On Main Street in Alabaster? Well, people would come down from Birmingham. Alabaster was the midpoint as they was headed to Montgomery. They would stop in Alabaster, buy their gasoline, eat lunch, and then travel on down to Montgomery. On the way back, they would stop in Calera. So, coming from Birmingham to Montgomery, you had to be on the right-hand side of the road so they could just pull off and pull into it. Because remember, it was not a paved road and there was no interstate. It was all dirt road back then.
Okay, and finally, do you have anything else you want to tell us about, or any closing remarks you'd like to share with the citizens of Alabaster?
Yes, I would like to thank the people for their participation in furnishing many, many photographs that will be going into this book. Thank them for their support, for helping me and giving me the encouraging words to continue with the publication of this book. I really appreciate it. Once this history is gone, it will never be recovered. And that's where I have learned a picture is worth 1,000 words.
You're so right, and we thank you so much for preserving the history of Alabaster, and we look forward to getting the book.